But the way they used to bash us was very, very hard. And you couldn't do a thing, you just had to take it and watch your mate get done over the same. You just couldn't do a thing about it.
Is there one particular incident that is imprinted?
Things like that happened several times, and it was just a matter of, I couldn't pinpoint one specific time. But the only thing that I don't want to experience it again.
No. And what about going to the complete contrast? What's the nicest memory you have of your experience of being a POW?
Was just pleased to see your mate still alive each day.
Yes.
That's really what it amounts to. We all wanted to get home.
Yes.
And don't you think that, Joe?
Yes, well, my worst case of real fear was when the Sundanese tribesmen got us and we had no chance in the world from there. Blokes were getting cut up and so forth. And that Black Maria came round the corner, the Keystone Cop thing, that was my worst, by far my worst.
Yes.
And I had nightmares after about that, and the nightmares were not true with what actually happened. And I had those for many years after, and then they disappeared. And I'm very thankful for that. The best thing that happened with me, I would say that every day that I was a prisoner of war, I enjoyed the experience of learning. And that was my true thought. I don't regret one day of my life ever, and POW included. It was a learning experience where I went from a love yourself bloody college boy in Brisbane to a man. And that was...
That's right.
That is really what it was. Manhood was, and to be accepted, and to be accepted on an equal footing with your peers, it is just a wonderful feeling. But, yes.
A moment of reflection. Chilla, you did mention that you worked with Sid Crans at one stage. Could you tell us what sort of a man, what's your opinion of him as a man, and
Well,
did you see any of his work?
He was not a big statue, but what he did have, he was a solid sort of a bloke. And he told me he came from South Australia, and he was a specialist. And but he's a man that, if he made up his own mind, that no one would sway him and wouldn't care who it was. He was determined, a real determined, dedicated bloke to his industry. It was my pleasure to be with him. That's what I was saying.
And one other person I'd like to question both of you about is your sick berth attendant Cunningham, was it?
Jock Cunningham.
Jock Cunningham, yeah.
Can I go first?
Yes.
Jock Cunningham was the biggest arsehole of a man I ever met in my bloody life. And if he could get out of it, he would do. And he'd cringe and bloody crawl and cry, and he was an arsehole. Now you.
I don't know anything about him because he wasn't with our group.
No.
So all I know was Cunningham,
Yeah.
ERA on the sick berth attendant on Perth. That's all I knew.
Yeah.
He was a chief PO attendant.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that wasn't not my kettle of fish.
No. Well, I can only say to both of you, thank you so much for honouring me with the tape. I will be showing this to your colleagues one day back in Perth.
Lovely, that is.
Yeah.
Now you tell us.
So, yeah.
Oh, well.
Cunningham?
Not including. I don't know where Cunningham is. He probably is up there.
I
So,
think he has.
Charlie and I
I'll
are
stop
very
at
pleased
that.
to be here today with you, and thank you. You brought back memories, but it's pleasant being with you, and we've enjoyed your company. Thank you.
I'd like,
there.
I'd like to support Chilla on those remarks. It has been a pleasure to meet you in person, and I sincerely hope what you've got in mind turns out a great success. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie, and thank you, Chilla,
Okay.
and